What's up? Yeah, hey, man, let's go ahead and get right to it, man. This is Jams Industry Files, man, and let's go on ahead and get in this Chud the Builder case.
A controversial Clarksville online video streamer is now facing an attempted murder charge. It's the result of a fight outside the Montgomery County courthouse that ended in gunfire. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Authorities say Dalton Etherly, also known as Chud the Builder, and another man were both shot during this exchange. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry has more on the investigation.
Controversial streamer Dalton Etherly, known online as Chud the Builder, is accused of shooting a man outside the Montgomery County courthouse. The sheriff's office says both Etherly and another man were taken to the hospital for medical treatment. After the shooting, Etherly appeared to keep live streaming for several minutes. In the video, Etherly can be heard saying, quote, "Man, I just pray that dude is going to be all right. I tried to walk away from him." Court records show Etherly was scheduled for a civil debt appearance that morning in Montgomery County. In Etherly's stream, he claimed the incident started after a man laughed at him. Etherly claims he walked away after interacting with the man. The man followed him, and a fight broke out. That's when Etherly drew his weapon. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is pursuing charges against Etherly for criminal attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Etherly is also facing a separate criminal case in Nashville. He's accused of refusing to pay a $400 bill to Bob's Steak and Chop House downtown and screaming racial slurs. Etherly has over 226,000 followers on X, all due to his live streams where he's shown in places like Broadway, Clarksville, and Gatlinburg, insulting and calling people racial slurs. In a Give Send Go post, Etherly writes, "I've shared mild jokes, unfiltered thoughts, and yes, sometimes I've used the N-word in what I thought was edgy, harmless humor. I know it's controversial, but it's my right to speak freely." Etherly is booked into the Montgomery County Jail, where he's being held without bond. He will have his arraignment and bond hearing on Friday. In Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
What started as controversial live streams and viral rage bait videos has now turned into one of internet's most talked about criminal cases. Online, he was known as Chud the Builder, but in court documents, he's Dalton Etherly, a Tennessee live streamer now facing attempted murder charges after a courthouse shooting that shocked social media and mainstream news alike. Today on Jams Industry Files, we're breaking down the full timeline of the Chud the Builder case, from his rise as a controversial internet figure to the shooting outside a Tennessee courthouse and where the case stands right now. This video contains allegations and publicly reported information. Dalton Etherly has pleaded not guilty at this stage, and all defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. Now, some of y'all might not know who Chud the Builder is, but Dalton Etherly, better known online as Chud the Builder, built a following on live stream platforms and social media through confrontational public videos. His content became widely known for controversial interactions, racial slurs, and what supporters called free speech trolling, while critics described the content as racist and harassment. Over time, Chud gained a loyal online fan base, of course, that supported his message around unrestricted speech and internet culture wars. At the same time, his videos also attracted major backlash, with many people accusing him of intentionally provoking people in public for content and donations. As his notoriety grew, so did the controversies surrounding him. Now, just days before the courthouse shooting, Etherly had already been arrested in a separate incident in Nashville. According to court records and police affidavits, Chud allegedly refused to pay a restaurant bill totaling more than $370 at a restaurant inside the Omni Hotel. You can't make this crap up. Woo-wee. Authorities claim staff asked him to stop live streaming inside the restaurant. Police documents say he became disruptive, yelled racial statements, and caused a disturbance before leaving without paying. He was later arrested and charged with theft of services, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. That case was still pending when the much bigger incident happened only days later. Wow. So it seemed like this guy just asking for trouble. Like, yeah, you're doing stuff online just to get attention. You know, like, you don't have no life, in my opinion. If you sitting around doing stuff online just so you can get attention, like, come on, man. You ain't got nothing better to do. On May 13th, 2026, everything escalated. Authorities say a confrontation happened outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee. According to investigators, the situation began as a verbal altercation between Etherly and another man, later identified in reports as Joshua Fox. Officials say the confrontation turned physical, and then gunfire erupted outside the courthouse in broad daylight. Both men were shot and transported to hospitals. Reports say Fox suffered serious injuries, including gunshot wounds to the torso and shoulder. Etherly reported suffered a graze wound to his arm. One of the biggest details in the case came from investigators reviewing surveillance footage. According to reports, authorities claim video showed Etherly reaching toward a firearm before the physical struggle intensified. But Etherly and his supporters argued the shooting was self-defense. In audio streamed after the incident, Etherly allegedly claimed he was attacked first and defended himself while on the ground. That self-defense argument has now become the center of the entire case. Following the shooting investigation, Dalton Etherly was arrested and charged with several serious felonies, including attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. During his court appearance, prosecutors argued that the public nature of the shooting and the danger posed to bystanders justified strict bond conditions. The judge agreed the allegations were serious and set Etherly's bond at $1.25 million. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Court reports also noted that the shooting happened in the crowded courthouse area with civilians nearby. According to reports, if convicted on all counts, Etherly could potentially face decades in prison. Some reports estimated exposure up to 60 years. Now, the case instantly exploded online. Some people condemned Chud entirely, pointing to years of inflammatory content and saying the situation was the predictable result of dangerous provocation. Others rallied behind him, claiming he was targeted because of his speech and political views. Supporters launched online campaigns, legal defense fundraisers, and social media movements calling for his release. Wow. Meanwhile, critics argued the case was about violence and public safety, not censorship. The debate quickly became bigger than just one shooting. It turned into another internet culture war centered around free speech, live stream culture, race, political division, and self-defense laws. One of the most important questions in this case is whether Etherly legally acted in self-defense. Under Tennessee law, self-defense claims can become difficult if prosecutors believe the person claiming self-defense provoked the confrontation. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That's likely why investigators are heavily focused on surveillance footage, who escalated the situation when the firearm was drawn, witness testimony, and the physical altercation itself. Supporters argue he was attacked and reacted to a threat. Prosecutors appear prepared to argue he escalated the conflict before shots were fired. That legal battle will likely determine the outcome of the trial. As of now, Dalton Etherly remains at the center of an ongoing criminal case in Tennessee. Court hearings have continued regarding bond issues and pretrial proceedings. The attempted murder charge remains active alongside the related firearm and assault charges. The case is still developing, and prosecutors, defense attorneys, internet commentators, and live stream creators continue debating the evidence publicly. At this stage, no final verdict has been reached, no conviction has occurred, the case remains active in court. And depending on how the self-defense claim plays out, this case could become one of the most closely watched internet crime trials involving a live stream personality in recent years. What do y'all think? Was this self-defense, or did years of controversial behavior finally lead to a deadly escalation? Y'all drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into viral internet cases, hip-hop news, celebrity court drama, and controversial headlines, make sure you subscribe to Jam's Industry Files and turn on them notifications, y'all. Because we'll be covering every major update in this case as it happens. Until next time, baby, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay informed. I'm out.